messing with me again? There we go. How come it's not showing my screen that Alright. Just make me want to go game. It's crazy. Yes, I'm right now. Okay. Here we are. Okay, we're back. Man, that was random phone calls. Whoops. Random phone calls on my coming through on my iPad screwed up my stream here. Okay.
One of the biggest players in the space, Stardust, has already raised over $850 million for
Man, I feel like
everyday people to invest. In fact, they just opened their own fundraising round. It's open to the public, so anyone can go and become a shareholder. Simply visit startengine.com to invest.
Okay, this is the only way to truly beat the bloat. I was hitting the gym like a champ, like 5 days a week, but something just...
Okay, is this right? Oh. I mean, that kind of looks right. Deselect. All right. All right, we're getting closer. All right, so we want our yellow color. Okay, and our brush. So we're looking at bow. Hey Travis, how's it going? Doing some digital art? Yeah, I'm illustrating another book. Oh crap. I'm illustrating another book, so right now I'm working on the cover art for the book. Hey Frezen next. Well, this is cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. Just working on this book, kid's book. Right now it's just the cover. But yeah, we got a couple dogs here. It's called Bo and Rocky Become Friends. And we switched up a little bit of this because they had their arms straight up in the air like they were doing the Zeke Isle. Kids would like. Yeah, I hope so. Thanks for joining the stream. Did I say street? The street. Frezenex. Yep, so we are... Let me do another layer. We're using an app. Are you going to add background? I'm not sure what kind of background they will want. It's not my book, so I'm just going by what the author and publisher would like to see. I'm thinking it's probably just going to be like a solid color. If anything, maybe, play with just the simple color background. I don't think they want to make it too complex. If they want something in the background, I could do something for them, but Yeah, it'd probably be like, out in the world somewhere, a friendly sky, trees. I don't know. Seems like a lot though for the cover. Plus, I got this generic text in there with the title. They're gonna supply the title, so it's gonna take up. These guys might actually get shrunken down some more. So the title might take up space. You'll have the author's name, my name on there somewhere. So they got to make room for that. So kind of, if it is if there is going to be a background, it'd have to be kind of simple. Plus, it's about Bo and Rocky. So, say the backgrounds for the interior pages. I was going to use a green. The only problem with using fresco is I don't think you can change the color profile. So if I wanted to do everything in CMYK, I don't think I can do that. I feel this. Let's see. The font matches the title. Yeah, it's pretty basic. Like I would never do. I would probably, if it were my book and they asked me to do the title, I would definitely be doing my own font. We're figuring out a font that's really, really basic. Maybe mountains, trees, and a river, some funky clouds. Yeah, something simple. Font matches the title. I also love sketching anime character and manga references. Oh, okay. Are you working on your own manga? Or just do the characters? That's a lot of work. Learning the manga style. I mean, manga style could be anything. Technically, I don't know if you have to be Japanese to create true manga. But I know people from all over do manga, do anime. No, I just draw some random character. It's like a hobby. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes a hobby turns into something more than a hobby. I think my wife was texting me. There's a package on the porch. Okay. I will get to that. Okay. All right. So we're going to use this watery color brush. So in Fresco, they have 3 different options. You have a vector brush, you have a pixel brush, which is raster, and then you have this live brush, which is kind of a mix, I want to say. Yeah, sometimes a hobby can turn into your career passion. Yeah, I'd rather just have it be my passion, but like this, I wouldn't say I just fell into this kind of stuff, but because of my art, somebody saw my art, and then they saw somebody else had a need for an artist or an illustrator because they wanted to do a book for their passion project. So that's how I came to be doing this. This will be my 3rd kids book, but not my own. I'm just illustrating. But yeah, just kind of, word of mouth. Yeah, I don't really go online. Oh, this is supposed to be erasing. What is going on here? Why is it? Oh, wait. Why wasn't it erasing this layer? There we go. Like, why is it not erasing the green? It was erasing the yellow layer. Whoops. Okay. It's really good when your art helps you and someone with work and both financially. Yeah, when it's like, when it all comes together like that, that's nice. You know, I do my own stuff, but I'm not the best promoter of my own work. Maybe because this is kind of small, that's why. You know, I do what I feel is necessary with my own work. But yeah, when you can help somebody else out with, you know, their vision, that's always cool. It's always nice. Actually, like, I'm more motivated to finish something when it's not mine. Because, you know, somebody's paying you to do it. You need to do it. Because that is your word. You said you would do it. Or you signed a contract saying you would do it. Now you gotta come through. You gotta come through and make it happen. Guess I should have did it like that. Okay. We'll smudge it around here. We'll smudge. I'm not sure if I need another green. Do I need another green here? It says you were about to mention where's the dog's eyes, how he's gonna look. Yeah, he was blind. Yeah, I was getting to that part. I had all the outlines ready, and now I was trying to fill it in. When you trust the process and it comes along slowly, that thing motivates me the most for my hobby. For sketching, I'm currently learning how to make portraits. Yeah, portraits can be pretty hard, but I definitely say if you have time to learn anatomy, the anatomy of things, that will really help portraits. And I know a lot of people, even myself, work from photographs. But there will be times when you won't have the best photograph. Sorry, I got ads on my music. And being able to add stuff that's not there because you have that knowledge of anatomy really, really makes a difference. Like, even I'm even still learning anatomy stuff, which helps. Like, even doing these dogs, because they're kind of anthropomorphic. You know, you want them to kind of look natural, and anatomy will help with that. Even when you're making up fantasy creatures, you know, having knowledge of, you know, animal creature anatomy will make a difference in the creation of your characters. sucks when you're vibing with your favorite music and then suddenly it comes up like, want a break from the ads? Yeah. Yeah, I'm using no copyrighted music. So hopefully royalty-free music isn't going to get me a copyright strike. Not that I'm making any money off this channel, but if that ever happens, I would have to remove any videos that are copyright struck, or else they might not monetize the channel if you have too much or any of that copyright. Come on. There we go. Oh, wait a second. This was supposed to be a brand new layer. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes, is a saying. I think that was from the Civil War, or maybe even before the Civil War. Okay, so I think maybe a third green, because that green is way too limey. Alright, let's try. Let's see what we can find. We'll start with the lime green, and then like a deeper green. Okay, let's get this. Yeah. Oh, you know what I should have did? It looks like he's looking up. Oh. He's supposed to be looking at Bo, not up. Alright. We're going to do this. We're going to turn this one off. We're going to go back here. We're going to get rid of these. Hold on a second. Hard round variable. Get rid of these. Put the green in the right spot. Let's try. Hold on a second. Let's try. I do like the 3-tone. Use our and we'll smudge. Come on, smudgy. Smudgeroni. He's looking at the Bo Becomes Friends. Bo and Rocky. He's making sure the title is correct. Oops. I made that brush way too big. I don't know why it ended up 90 something. 91 point. There you go. That makes a little bit more sense, I think. If not, we can change it. It can always change. Now we'll get rid of this one. You know what? You might be right. This might be too saturated. Let's try this. He'll still have the pupil that'll go in there. So alright, where's our smudgy smudger? Smudginator. Let's not get too experimental. Oh yeah. Sometimes I challenge myself, like with some of my own digital painting. I also do traditional painting. I have there's some past lives recently that I have on my channel here of a painting I'm currently working on. I need to clean off my... But yeah, digital definitely makes it easy to do that. Thing is, it doesn't help you if you're doing traditional work, because you need to learn how to evolve with the mistakes instead of always hitting undo or all that stuff. So it could be a benefit and a detriment to your actual painting practice. So I like doing both because I can learn each thing kind of informs the other, but it shouldn't dictate one way or the other how your workflow is from one or the other. I don't know if that makes any sense. I need to go back and... Is it this one? Scrub. What kind of art do you do? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, especially on traditional method, you gotta be extra cautious while using paints or colors, because one wrong move, it's all wrong. Yeah, that's the thing with you really have to have your stuff down if you're gonna do illustrations. Like, if I make a mistake on an illustration, I can fix it pretty easily or quickly. If I'm doing illustrations in a traditional manner, with using actual physical materials, if I... Oh crap, undo. If I need to make a major change, you either have to start all over again, or you're putting in a lot of work to fix that mistake. And when a project is time sensitive, you can't be making mistakes like that. So I feel like a lot of illustrators, this is why they do go with the digital route, because it's so much easier to change. Not to say that it can't be done. It all depends on the person. If you don't mind, if you do make a mistake, having to do everything over again, you know what? I feel like this, man. I keep seeing, even with digital, you can be changing things constantly. Oops, come on. Why is it not? There it is. Nope, undo that. Oop. That totally sounds like, oh, what is the name of that group? When you're making art, it's not the part making the character, it's while coloring it, because somehow you can make the structure, the body, the face of a character, but it's a one chance of coloring it. Yeah, there are ways you can get around that. But if you're trying to stay strictly like within a particular medium, it could be harder to do that, because you can I mean, you could use stuff like mylar or clear poly materials to paint on and do layers that way. Or you could do a line drawing, turn it into a silk screen, and then you can screen those lines as many times as you want and then color that in. Or you can just transfer the image constantly using transfer paper or whatever. There's different techniques. But yeah, if you say like you're doing an oil painting or something like that, acrylic is, if you do it in acrylic, it's a little more friendly to using other materials like pastels, oil pastels, colored pencils, ink. It's just knowing your mediums. That's why I like experimenting with different types of paints and processes, mediums, from printing to pen and ink, pencil, chalk, whatever. You get familiar with all these different materials, you can utilize them however you want in your work. Now, if you're focused on the longevity of your work, mixing mediums like that may not always allow for work to last long. What happened here? I feel like I need to clean this up. Oops. Come on. Am I not? What happened? Come on. No. Oh, dude. Open up the layers. How did that turn into... Oh, because I'm selecting layers. Like, no. Open up the layer. Dang it. Come on. Okay, there's something going on here that... Oh, I see. Duh. Okay, I have this weird tool off to the side that allows me to do certain things, and I'm like, what is going on here? So if I hold it down, so if I have a brush and I can paint on it, there's a little kind of circle on the screen. If I hold that down, then it turns that brush into an eraser using that same brush. Okay. Yeah, that side of the face seemed kind of big. Kind of sticking out there a little too much. Whoops. For the whole entire book, Fred, right now they just want the cover so that the publisher can start marketing the book, like getting it up onto different sites or platforms or whatever. So they use the cover to promote the book. All right, somewhere here I am losing this. Let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of that bit. Close this. Do we need to close that line? Usually you close this line. Sorry if it makes you a little seasick. I'm always spinning this thing around. I know it can get kind of annoying at times. That is also another thing with the digital. I do that with my paintings too. Like I'll turn my canvases around. Well, was that it for all the music? Oh, nope. Something's playing. Okay, where's color picker tool? I think I'm going to have to redo all this fur around his collar or neckline. So sometimes I draw things over and over. Even if it's digital, I'll start a new layer and then I'll redo the line work. Because sometimes when I do the first or second pass, it can get a little choppy with, readjusting lines like I did here. Like changed up the position of that side of the face just because I thought it was sticking out too much. So these lines get all wonky, but I mean at a certain scale you're not gonna see it. But for my own peace of mind, I will redo the lines, this overlay, start a new layer, overlay the lines. Like this part right here is funky too. This is supposed to be like the skin around the jowls. And this part is definitely really weird. Maybe it was too thick. And that's the thing with digital is like all of a sudden you get caught up on all these little things you start seeing and like, oh, I need to change this, I need to change that. Sometimes painting is just like, it's nice when you lay a mark down and you can't change it. It's kind of almost better to go with your first line, the first mark you make, instead of going over like this. Then it just starts ruining the, and I hate using this word, the flow I know there's a better word. Oops. I don't even know why I bother with this. Yeah, see now the lines start getting all wavy, but you're not going to notice that when it's like at this scale. Okay, so we got we kind of took a little sidetrack journey. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to merge this down because I'm tired of messing with that. All right, this needs to actually be bigger. Not 15. I think I was using a 14 point size. Okay, a lot better. My OCD won't be triggered by that. Come on, straighten up. All right. Next is... Yeah, I might have to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back.
You good?
Someone stole my Old Spice antiperspirant. Now I'm smelling like perspirant.
I did. Where's 24/7 sweat protection?
You did this to my bits.
When things don't work as efficiently as they should, it may be time for an upgrade. But why stop with just one? Right now, you can get a home equity line of credit from Viridian Credit Union with a special 6-month introductory rate. With a HELOC, you can update your home piece by piece, or all at once, giving you the flexibility to make everything perfect. Financing on your schedule. That's the value of Viridian.
chance you get. Keep finding your freedom. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Sorry, guys. I had to do a bunch of crap. Okay. At least the music's kind of upbeat. Thanks, guys, for the likes. I appreciate it. Oh, and the subs. I'm assuming Frezinx, or Frezinx. How do I pronounce that? Okay, we were gonna go with our black. How did we do these ones? We did that one, regular brush. Okay, we got our, wait, not black. I might have to get rid of some of these lines or change how I do these lines. Like, do I need to have outlines around the eyes? Okay. Because like this nose, I did a double line. So we'll do a different layer for that. Whoops. Oh, because this, yeah, it's got to go on top of that line. Nope. Let's start from up here. And then we did I don't know, I kind of like that offset look. Oh yeah, so our nose, we were using a pixel brush, I think. It's already set. What do they call this one? Syrah. Like the artist, what was his name? George Syrah. But it was a blue color. And was it that big? So I was kind of... Nope. It was not that one. Undo. Whoops. Didn't want to get rid of that. So they were of a certain size. The spacing. We had more spacing. But they were bigger, like this. Nope. Like that.
There's nothing. We've got new bounty.
It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And one sheet holds up better while ordinary breads fall apart.
It's good.
Get more done with one.
I swear it was even bigger than that. I did the eraser to kind of break these up a little bit, right? And then oops. Oh, shoot. Didn't want that on that layer. Let's duplicate. All right. All right. Wait, what brush am I using? Was it the tilt brush? Yeah. Tilt brush. The old tilt brush. Just trying to slowly remove these. This brush seems to have a slower erase. So I can subtly remove my blue. You're probably like, why'd you do all that work to then all of a sudden get rid of it? Well, because sometimes it's easier to subtract than it is to add. Alright, let's turn this off first, because we need to get rid of anything that was on that layer already. Okay, so we got some blue flecks, and then it was white, right? Or was I know what I did. Next layer, this white.
Imodium multi-symptom relief starts to work fast within 1 hour to relieve diarrhea.
Whoops. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then we had okay. Didn't realize that was watercolored. Let's see. Undo this. Where's our watercolor brush? Okay, next layer is going to be our pink. Is it this pink?
Taste our family commitment to high quality, real, natural cheese. Sargento, a promise you can taste. However you book, first check Kayak to search hundreds of travel sites at once and compare hotel prices to find a great deal.
Okay. And then we used the very light pink and the pixel brush. Another layer. A little bit bigger pixels. Excuse me, guys. Alright, so we're gonna have to wrap it up because the wife and I are gonna have some lunch. And then I will get back onto more work on this cover art. Man, things got overcast. We lost our sun. Okay. Well, we would clean that up like we did, but did I smudge these? How did I do this? Went back. I make the brush smaller though. Yeah, there we go. We might have to smudge these. Plus, my wife wanted to see the progress. She wants to make sure I'm working and not playing games. You're supposed to be getting that covered work done. You said they wanted it ASAP. You can't be playing games. Especially when you got a full day off from your day job. In game some other time. Okay. I don't don't know if that's weird. This might have to come up more. I think Rocky needs some black around his mouth. There comes too. All right, so that's where we're gonna stop it right there, guys. So this was kind of a continuation with the last stream. Something happened and I had to restart it. So technically, this was part 1.5 from this morning. Good 2 hours, almost 3 hours worth of work. Kind of slow going, but we'll be back on a little later after lunch to keep working on this. Hopefully, I don't know if I'd be able to get all of this done by today, because I know I'm going to nitpick all the little details and stuff and change stuff. So, hopefully by the end of the weekend, if not sooner, I'll have something to send to the publisher. But yeah, thanks guys for joining Fresnex. Still not sure how to pronounce that. Wait, who else did we have here? Oh, Travis, thanks for joining. I'm gonna see if maybe you're on. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the likes and the subs. Assuming Fresnex you subbed, because last I looked, I think it was at 343. So maybe you and somebody else, I don't know. But thanks guys for joining. I'll be back on later if you want to continue following me, or come back whenever. I usually stream at least 2 to 3 times a week. Schedule varies. Next week I'll have a lot more time off from the day job to do stuff. So if this is done, I'll probably be working on the painting, or maybe working on the interior pages for this. But anyways, thanks guys for joining. I'm going to have to sign off, and hope you all have a good day or evening. Did I already stop the stream? No, it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. Why does it say go live? The wife is texting me. All right. So y'all have a good day, evening, wherever you're at in the world. And until next time. Where's my camera at on this thing? Oh, right there. Hey, bye for now, guys.